welcome back to part 2 of my journey from Polesworth to Fazeley. As you know, I didn't intend to do it as all one video, but I'm still feeling rough now trying to do the second part. Sickness sort of slowed me down and it didn't happen. But anyway, this is exactly where I left you off in the last one, mooring up at Pooley Park Woods. Good morning. Well, I'm where you saw me stop last night. Time to make a move. It's a bit of a chilly one this morning. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get above 2 degrees C. So yeah, fire's going. I've just stocked it up, or stacked it up, or filled it up. It's a bit smoky at the moment, but that will clear. So make a move. I'm hoping that the marina not far away is open. I need to get a pump out, so I need to get there, hopefully get a pump out. While I'm there, I'll probably fill up with diesel as well. Might as well, as I'm there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so I'm going to go and cast off and we'll make a move. So here we go. Yeah, definitely a bit chilly this morning. Not quite sure how far I'm going to go. I was torn of getting to Fazeley Junction today. I might make it in 2 parts, half today and half tomorrow. Yeah, let's see. Wouldn't mind finding some firewood. There was nothing lying around in here at all. It's obviously been well scavenged. Yeah, so yeah, and I don't go cutting trees down, so I only pick up what's on the floor. Yeah, tiny bit of a breeze as well, and that makes it even a little bit chillier. Yeah, so definitely probably not going too far today, but we'll see. Sometimes I just get out and start enjoying it, so I keep going. No woolly hats on again today, keep the old ears warm. I'm just approaching, I think this is Elvercott, I think that's what it's called. I sometimes get the name wrong, so yeah, could well have done, but there you go. There is a bar and all here, or a pub. I've never stopped there, so I've no idea what it's like. But we're going to carry on by anyway. Well, it's only about 10:30 in the morning, so we wouldn't be stopping anyway for a beer. But yeah, there's a few boats moored along here. Of course, we're just going by and tick over like I always do. It's just up around the corner here. I'm hoping to stop and get my pump out. I'm not sure if they open at the weekends, so we'll find out, won't we, when we get there. And if there's somewhere to moor, because sometimes there are boats in the way and you can't stop there. It's not that wide, and yeah, you can't sort of breast up for the facilities very easily, but we'll see when we get there. Well, that's the building where the it is Elvercott Marina. I did get it right, and that's where the pub is, or bar, or whatever you want to call it. The old working boat there, very nice to see. Another one there. I think they do restore them here, or someone does. That's actually a pair of boats there. So yeah, we'll chug on and we'll see what's going on. Although I'm in Tickover, you wouldn't think it. The engine noise is quite loud today. That's because it's charging the batteries, and with these new batteries I've got, these new lithium batteries, it will take anything the alternator can give. So yeah, it's extra stress on the engine really, which is not a bad thing. Diesel engines really do need to work, so it is working this morning, you know, to actually get the power out. Well, it looks like there's a boat in the way, so I shall carry on by. I'm not going to struggle to try and get in. just not worth it. I can get it done at Fazeley. So yes, I'm just going to carry on by. I think it's fractionally cheaper here, but well, there's a boat right on the way there. We'll just keep going. This is the problem here, is getting in sometimes. Where of course I would have stopped. It might not be open today anyway. This might be why they've got a boat there. It might not open at weekends. Although it looks like it is open. The gate's open. Oh, it looks like that boat's actually stopped there to use the facilities. Oh, I'm not gonna, as I say, I'm not gonna wait around. I'm gonna keep going in this cold weather. Yeah, they just happened to be there, so they beat me to it. Well, I'm gonna keep going. As I say, as I'm moving and it's cold, I don't want to stand around for too long. I want to get going. I might make another little stop just up here actually. There's a place up here where I have got wood from before. So I might just have a stop and have a look, see if there's anything there. That'll warm me up if there is some wood there. Right, I have decided to stop here. I can see a little bit of wood down inside here. I can't see it from here, but just down over there as I came by, I saw a tree down. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know, but I'm going to stop anyway and take a look. More up properly, playing around with the camera, not actually watching what I was doing properly. Back end in now, the stern, so I can moor up. I can pull the front end in. I can pull the front end in with the rope. Just get the back end in nice and close, so I'm not doing too much jumping. Well, that's all of about half an hour I've travelled today. We might move on again this afternoon. I'm going to have a little scour around through the woods, see if there's anything around. There's a lot of people around, and sometimes people just complain about everything, don't they? So, yeah, we'll see. I might leave it a little while, see if it quietens down. Of course, it is the weekend. There's a lot of new builds around here now, so there's a lot more people around than there used to be. Well, I'll probably catch you all later today. I'll probably make a move again. Well, I'm on the move again. I did stop and pick up a little bit of firewood. There's a couple more bits just up around the corner here, and as they were quite heavy, I decided to move the boats up to pick them up. Just looking at this area here, I was trying to work it out on an old map. I believe this is an old rail bridge here, and obviously we have the canal here, and the rail line used to go across to there. Just behind these trees here, and I'll try and get a better shot of it in a moment, I think there's an old loading wharf for the canal, and just beyond the canal, I believe it's an old tramway which probably came down to load boats on the canal. And you can see there the wall of the old wharf there, which is obviously at one point in time was connected here to the canal. It's probably why we've got a winding hole over there nowadays. Anyway, I'm just going to stop just up along here. This is where I left my wood. Well, this is now a challenge. This is getting into the side. I never thought about that. It seems to be rather shallow. I'm bouncing on the bottom a little bit. I'll see how far I can get in. I'm trying to move up a little bit closer to where I left the wood. I left the wood sitting underneath that holly bush just there. I found it on the pathway which walks down along what I think is the old tramway. Alright, there's the 2 pieces of wood I just picked up. It was one piece. It is broken. I don't think it's rotten, but it did break quite easily. We'll see. I don't think it's too bad anyway. A case of beggars can't be choosers at the moment. Yeah, I believe that pathway now was once a tramway which came down to the canal. I don't think it went any further than the canal. I tried looking at it on an old map and it just shows it all as rail lines, but I'm pretty sure that was probably a tramway back in the day, not a rail line as such. But they all sort of show the same on the old map I was looking at. So I can't see the reason otherwise of a line coming down to the canal and then an actual rail line being put in afterwards. It wouldn't make sense to me, but unless it was a proper railway coming down to the canal, that seems to be a bit too early for me. When the canals were originally built, there were 4 trains, but there were of course horse-drawn carts on tramways. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm guessing a little bit. I did look at a couple of old maps in between getting some wood to have a look and see what it looked like, and that is my conjunction of what I saw looking at the old maps. If you're no different, you're more than welcome to let me know. Well, after these stops I've made to get the firewood, I'm not going to make Fazeley today. I had to walk quite a way in to get that wood and walk it out, so I'm a little bit on the tired side now. I don't fancy doing the lock down to Fazeley, so I'm going to stop at Tamworth. Yeah, spend the night there, then move on again in the morning. I might stop a little bit shorter than the actual proper moorings, only because the internet's not so good there in that cutting, so I might just hang back a bit, where I think the internet's a little bit better. We'll see how I feel at the time. Well, it's pushing 2 o'clock now, so yeah, I'm ready to stop. Cold day like today, you don't want to do too much. This pair of swans here swam past me as I was picking up the firewood just now. The old mile marker there says 24 and 3. That's 24 miles to Coventry Basin. And 3 miles to the Birmingham Fazeley Canal. As we're just about to cross the Serengeti here, you have to watch out for the wildlife around. You know, you see all sorts of things occasionally as you cross the Serengeti, like giraffes. Oh look, I've just spotted one. Well, I have to watch out for giraffes. I'm very close to my chimney on this low bridge. I was a little bit too far to the left. I managed to bring the boat back over to the right and miss it. Well, I'm stopping here. Just get on bridge 69 here. It's about 15 minutes down towards the locks probably from here. So yeah, stop here, have a bite of lunch, a bite to eat, have some lunch, if that makes sense, and we'll carry on tomorrow. Afternoon.
You alright?
Yep. Well, this is where I left you yesterday evening. Put the gloves on. A bit chilly out here again this morning. It's about 10 AM, and I've been sort of hanging around a little bit before moving. Yeah, it was 0 degrees last night, so just in case there was any icy spots on the locks, which I've got just down in front of me, I was hoping that would go off by now. There's no ice around here or on the grass or anything, so I'm hoping they're not slippery. So yeah, we're going to go on down to the locks. It's about 15 minutes from here, perhaps 10-15 minutes, depends on how many boats I've got to go past and what speed I go. So yes, Abbey Glasscock locks, I think that's what they're called. We're heading towards. Woolly hats back on again, as I say, and yeah, it's 2 degrees Celsius out here at the moment. So definitely time to make a move. It's not too far. Well, I'm going down to Fazeley Junction today. It'll take me about 2 hours. So here we go. Oh, it's a gentle breeze and it's blowing the boat back in. So I've got to go and push the boat back off again. Right, let's try again. Got to be very careful along here. Way more. Let's just say it's a minefield, if you know what I mean. Yeah, some very irresponsible dog owners around here. It's literally everywhere. So I've stuck to the main pathway. I walk backwards and forwards. It's in the grass. It's horrible. And also, somebody's smoking something that's probably illegal around here as well. Definitely a whiff in the air, shall we say, of let's just call it herbs, shall we? Medicinal herbs. The boat we're going past right now, the young family on this boat, very pleasant people. It looks like that is the next hire boat as well. And I believe he owns the boat behind as well. Well, that's probably why they're tied together. Well, I just see that there's a boat coming up towards me from behind. That could be useful. You never know, they might give me a hand down the locks. Never say no if they do. Oh, that was a bit of a shocker there. The old batteries which I had stacked there were one on top of the other. Well, one just fell off the top on my foot. Yeah, not only a shock, a little bit painful too. I think I'll be okay. Right, we're just coming under bridge 71 here. Well, I'm rather glad this is going to be quite a short journey today. It's definitely a bit chilly out here. And there's a bit of a breeze, and it's very cold in that breeze, and almost dampness into it. Yeah, not very nice. It's winter, I guess. Could be worse. It could be snowing. There's always boats moored along this sort of stretch. I have no idea why. They're under the trees. It's narrow, and you know, more likely to get bumped. And there's mooring just the other side of the next bridge. Right, I'm just going under bridge 73 now. This is the last lock. This is the last bridge before the locks. And I think there's a boat just coming up in the lock. So that's going to be good timing, hopefully. I nearly came down to here to moor up yesterday. This is official moorings along here with rings. But look how muddy it is. I'm really glad I didn't. Yeah, it's quite horrible. For official moorings, you'd think they'd put at least a little bit of gravel down, wouldn't you? A little bit of hardcore to keep it a little bit cleaner for people. But where I thought I could see a post in the lock, I don't think there is. I think I can see the white bits at the bottom end of the gates. It looked like a boat from back there, but I think I'm delusional. Never mind. Well, I cannot see that boat any longer. That was, I thought, catching me up. Well, perhaps it stopped. Oh well. It's not like I can't do them on my own, is it? Selfish people really annoy me. Why have they moored on the water point stroke lock landing when there's so much mooring space available? Well, lots of not very helpful people around here. Don't come up behind me. Left me to do it all on my own. Even walk back down here, reset this lock, go back and do the other one. Never close the gates. And the boat coming up. Just watch me do it as well. Well, that's those two locks done out of the way. Now just to move on down to Fazeley Junction and find somewhere to moor up. I'm going to be there for 2 or 3 days. I shall be there for Wednesday to do a live stream on Wednesday. You'll probably see this after I've done that live stream. Yeah, amazing how some people will just watch you, isn't it? Oh well. I don't mind. It's just that I could never do that to another boater, but there you go. I think it was more interesting in smoking his illicit cigarettes. But there you go. Who am I to say anything? But I just did, I guess. Look, tame aqueduct still. I've filmed it a few times before, but I'll obviously show it to you again. Boat moored on my left-hand side here. Never seen a boat moored there before. It's always looked like a mooring, but I've never seen a boat there before. I'll show you as we go by. In camo, so perhaps I can't see it. We also have a boat opposite it. I believe if I walk back up to this bridge and walk up the road there somewhere, there's a good butcher's up there, I've been told. But I don't need a butcher's today. I'm fully stocked up. Yeah, I'm fully stocked up at both Atherstone and Polesworth. So I'm all good to go on that department. I forgot about that bridge. I thought the next bridge was the main road bridge. Yeah, I've been up here enough times, I'd remember, wouldn't you? Well, I definitely got things all mixed up this morning. We have the main road bridge I'm just coming up to right now, and this is the bridge you walk up to go to the butcher's, I believe. Oh, gee whiz. All screwy, aren't I? Yes. And this is the bridge just before the Tame Aqueduct. So yes, this is the bridge you walk up from. Not quite sure you get up onto it, but there you go. Never looked at that. Certainly can't get up onto it from this side. Perhaps you can from the other side. I'll just slow down in case there's a boat on the aqueduct. The aqueduct is quite shortly after this bridge. See the aqueduct, but can't see there's a boat on it yet. No, you can't get up from this side either. Oh well, I'm not sure you walk up from that bridge then to go to the butcher's. You can actually see where people do climb up the side. That's not the way I like to go shopping. Up embankments onto main roads. Morning. So we're on the aqueduct right now. Looks like there's been some problems with the railings here. Some temporary fixes. I guess don't lean against them. Not too much flow in the river at the moment. It's certainly not in flood. And of course this is the aqueduct with the pillbox at the end of it. Yes, another repair job, look. Chains are padlocked on. It is quite a nice walk down through there in the summer when it's not too marshy. And here of course we have the pillbox once again. look a little busy up there. I could stop back here. I think I'm going to go and see where there's a space. Definitely looking a little on the busy side. The reason I want to stop here is because it's absolutely phenomenal internet and phone signal, which is perfect for doing a live stream. I think there might be a space up there. If not, I'll have to go more somewhere else. That's the mobile phone tower just over there. That's why it's so good. Oh, I think I'll fit on the end here. I'm just going to tuck in along here, hopefully. I haven't actually put the nappy pins in yet into the Armco, but this is where I'm going to stop. I've just jumped off the boat, so that's why it's rocking a little bit. Yeah, this will do nicely. Well, that was the conclusion, of course, of my trip between Polesworth and Fazeley. The journey really starts from here, heading north, because really and truly I would want to normally go, continue on the Coventry Canal up to Fradley Junction and go north on the Trent and Mersey. But because of the lock, I believe it's Woodend Lock on the Trent and Mersey, is closed until, well, it says I think it's about the 16th of March, I've decided to go up the Birmingham-Fazeley Canal, up through Birmingham and back across the Stratford and Worcestershire Canal to Great Hayward and then carry on up the Trent and Mersey. It's one hell of a detour, but hopefully by the time that video comes out I'll be feeling a bit better and I'll be travelling so I can record some more video for you guys. Yes, at the moment, I'm sat here at Fazeley Junction. I need to get better than I am at the moment before I continue cruising. I've found when I bend over and I stand up, I keep getting dizzy spells. So it wouldn't be very good going across lock gates, would it, getting dizzy spells? So I need to get rid of those dizzy spells first and this head cold. I mean, it's because I'm all bunged up and my equilibrium is probably all a bit screwed up at the moment. Let's hope it is anyway, and I get back to normal very quickly. So, of course, big thank you goes out to everybody for watching and subscribing, and I really appreciate it all, and everybody that helps the channel, and all the different ways you do. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. It is free after all, it doesn't cost you a penny. And if you click the all notifications button, YouTube will also inform you every time I upload a new video. So it's a win-win. That just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.